Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron channel. I'm Steve Shaw, Massive Iron Live. What's going on? I don't have a hat. Now I got a hat. No, I don't have a hat. Just don't feel like wearing a hat today. All right, I'm almost 55, and I'm going to go dangerously hatless today. Appreciate you guys joining me. Before we get started, I'm here every Friday, Massive Iron Live. Been here for about, I don't know, 3 years now. 3 years. So if you have any questions, let me back up. I'm here every Friday at 11 Eastern. Please, whatever you do, call in sick to work. Just don't work. Watch this. Nobody needs to work on Friday. Massive Iron Live is more important than that. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you are a couple of housekeeping things, if you're new here, don't be shy. There are no dumb questions, only stupid questions, awkward questions, and questions you probably shouldn't ask in public. But feel free to ask anything: diet, training, nutrition, supplementation, off topic, whatever. Ask all the questions you want. I mean, seriously, that's why I do this. I look forward to this every weekend, and the more questions, the better. So, one other housekeeping note: if your questions aren't going through, it's not me censoring you, it's not me banning you, it's not me blocking you. I don't do that unless I get crude, rude, bad stuff, racist stuff, just spamming, trolling, silliness. But if your questions aren't going through, try reducing or typing them in a little bit differently. Try reducing the word length. And if that doesn't work, head over to Instagram, @the barman. You can see the old ticker down here, the ticker. That's the ticker with my Instagram. You can slide into my DM and post your questions. If I don't get to them on live, I will answer them on DM. So, all right, we before we get going, a couple things. Number one, I'm not bald. Not bald. I've been shaving my head since, I don't know, 2001. When I got into healthcare in 2001, I was basically doing a mobile hearing unit, and I was driving around just long hours, 12 to 16 hours, doing many cases 100 hearing tests a day at factories. And man, getting up, on 4 hours, 5 hours of sleep, I'm like, screw the hair thing. I'm just going, and we're gonna go for it. So um anyway, I'm not bald. I'll be 55 in 2 weeks, right? I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. Some people have said, "Hey, man, you look like you aged in the last 5 years." Yeah, I have. I have. A lot of my pictures, that I post on social media were at my prime from age 47, 48, 49, and age 50. But time flies, man. That's been like 6, 7 years. And I've aged a little bit. I mean, I hope so. But man, I'll be 55, and you know what? I feel great. Um, I feel like I'm still got a lot to give. My training's going well. I'm not running as much as I used to. Trying to, right now my client work is my A1 priority. I got big things coming up in 2023. Just some awesome things. Some Team Massive is going to be awesome. I'm working hard on that. I'm working hard on adding group coaching. And you know what? When the haters come to me and say, like, man, you're fat, you're old, you're bald, you're out of shape, you're weak, like, man, I'll be 55, and I challenge any of you to find compare me to your dad, right? All right, let's go. So anyway, that's about it. Let's dive into things. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I can get into what changes are coming for group coaching and Massive University if you want. So, as far as my own training, I've really been ramping up my training during my running years. My heavy running years, I was lifting about 3 days a week. Really, it wasn't like I was skipping leg day. It was more like I was skipping shoulder day, believe it or not. I would I would do my chest and I would do my back, and then a lot of times I would do my leg day, and shoulders kind of got left behind. And during my heavy running years, I actually started to develop an imbalance. And I didn't talk about this much on social media, but because I was training my chest and back and not my shoulders, it became painful for me to press overhead. I thought I was done. I thought like I'm completely screwed. Um, but I've been working on that again on and off. And I've been back at my shoulders basically for now that I feel healthy. I've been back training my shoulders, and I'm on week 4 or 5 of my progression. I hit 150 by 5 on the seated pin press. Pretty easy. I'm not a struggle. And what I basically did was 45 by 5, 65 by 5, 95 by 5, 115 by 5, 135 by 5, and then 150 by 5. So I ramped up. So it was a little bit pre-fatigue. So I'll be back up, just to give you an idea where my strength levels are at. I'm approaching 55. I'll be back up around, I don't think it's going to be too long before I hit 185 by 5 again. And I think that's probably going to be, I think by the end of the year, there's a really good chance I'm going to be back at 200 by 5 on overhead press. And, when I get back up there, I'll probably be a little bit more motivated to take videos. So anyway, all right, you can see the new dog. Right, where is it? Right over there, right over there. All right, let's dive into things. As always, if you post up a question before live starts, you get a chance to win. Where is it? If you post up a question before live starts, you get a chance to win a free t-shirt. Off hoodie. I put off hoodie. Way to go, knucklehead. Off hoodie. Actually, I'll let you guys know I got a fulfillment center in the UK now for my t-shirts. And they're faster than the fulfillment center in America. So I gave a free t-shirt out to somebody, a t-shirt and a hoodie out to somebody Wednesday. I put it in the order system. And you know what? On Thursday morning, they shipped it out already. Less than a day in the UK. So the amazement of modern technology. All right, let's roll. HB. When do you expect the first massive university course to be ready by? So just to give you guys some background information, I have Team Massive, which is on Discord, and I've explored literally every other community platform in the world. And I've even drugged some of you over there to beta test them, and some of them have just been a nightmare. But I'm going to keep the main community on Discord while opening up team. Let's see. Let me see if I can get the URL. It is teammassiveiron.com. Teammassiveiron.com. So that's what some of the team guys are on right now. Teammassiveiron.com. Let me put it in there. Don't sign up yet. Don't sign up yet. Okay. It's got some pricing structures, but don't sign up. It's not complete. It's not complete, but that's the new URL. It's not complete, and if you sign up, you're probably going to be underwhelmed. But to get back to the question, what I'm going to do is Massive University or the new Team Massive. Anybody that's on the existing Team Massive can come over to Massive University. I'm going to have a library of probably at least 500 articles, just tons of workouts. Everything in PDF on my websites is going to be on here for free, okay, for Team Massive members. There's going to be a monthly subscription of $6.99. Anybody that's on Team Massive right now is going to get in there for free, so don't worry. Don't worry. And you can still get in on this. You can head over to my website and sign up for Team Massive as a one-time fee, but you're going to get access to all my courses, or excuse me, all my workouts, all my articles, and there's going to be group coaching on there. Group coaching is going to be more a la carte. You can come in, do form checks. You can come in for Motivation Monday. You can come in for Dinner Table Tuesday. You can come in for Workout Wednesday. You can come in for Flex Friday. And that sounds silly, right? Flex Friday. But what we're going to do is kind of, people can come in for body compositions. They can come in for form checks. Basically, people can come in and get what they want. So you're going to have that group coaching aspect. And there's going to be an option for group coaching where you can sign up, get the 30-minute phone consult, get a custom workout, and then from there, you can get adjustments or form checks or whatever as you need it. So now, addition to the group coaching, you're going to have your articles. You're going to a huge article database on pretty much everything. I'm adding them right now, and anybody that is beta testing or from my team on there can see there's probably 100 articles already. All my workouts are going to be on there, everything from the beginning of time, just tons of resources. Not only that, I'm going to be structuring the best of my videos, by category. So if you guys need resources, I'm going to have the best of videos with transcripts. I'm also adding courses. So the courses are going to be everything from the basics, real basic stuff like terminology and lingo, to how to program in a general sense, how to program a full body, how to troubleshoot squats. There's going to be courses and mini courses on everything. Now, what I'm setting up right now, in addition to the courses, is something called a year of massive, which is going to be all the courses. So if you do all the courses, we're trying to set it up where there will be an accreditation. So we are trying to get it set up where you can get credits as a trainer. So I'm going to set this up. This is going to be a real thing. I'm going to teach you guys how to program. I'm going to teach you guys how to troubleshoot the squat. I'm going to dump all the information in my brain into these courses. And some of them will be free. Some of them won't be free. But, all the basic stuff, will be available to subscribers, and the big stuff, right? If you want to get accreditation and you want to do all the courses in some kind of a structure, there'll be kind of a fee for that. But, it's going to be a huge thing. And the course thing is something I'm going to be working on as soon as I get all my articles done. So initially, we're going to get the articles up, and we're going to get the workouts up. We're going to start group coaching. And then the rest of Massive University is going to fall into place. And man, it's going to be the biggest, most badass thing I've ever done. This to me is about my legacy. And I am going to be working to set up a year-long program. You can work at your own pace, right? But I'm going to structure it so within a year, if you do like a course a week, you can get through everything, and you can learn how to troubleshoot the squat, things to look for visually, right? You can learn how to troubleshoot workouts. You can learn how to, prioritize exercise selection in my way. And again, I'm working with someone on the baby steps of how to get accreditation for this. So let me know if you guys have any questions. All right, let's move on. Paul X. Should you avoid an exercise if you feel your tendons seem to be rolling over your bones? If you feel any grinding, man, you got to be careful with that. So I would need to know more information. There's degrees, obviously, of this sort of stuff, but if you feel grinding or whatever, some of that could be something out of place. Some of that could be triggered by inflammation. Sometimes when I run a lot, I get inflammation and things just swell up and tendons get kind of moved slightly out of position. So it's hard to say without knowing more information, but just hit me up, Paul. Give us more signature recipes other than the Iggy cups. Yeah, man, I'll try to work on that. There's a lot of stuff I used to do, when I had more time. I don't know, my bacon wrapped poppers with fresh peppers and cream cheese and bacon, and my chicken and my cheese and egg crusts for pizza and all kinds of stuff. I got all kinds of stuff out there. I just need to get my head out of my butthole. So Paul says it's not joints popping in, it doesn't hurt. Well, if it doesn't hurt, that's good. Um, a little bit of grindiness. I got a little bit of grindiness here, there, and everywhere. So it really depends on how bad it is. It's a tendon on the inside of the left elbow. So I don't know. It sounds like you might be getting some inflammation in that area. Paul, I can't remember if you use Versagrips. I mean, with my clients, it escapes me who does and who doesn't. And I wish there was some kind of a something I could, put in place where I could see automatically who does and who doesn't. Stein, what's going on? Stein, thanks for joining in. Welcome to the party. Spas. Why does lean and mean diet work so well? Well, the lean and mean, for anybody unfamiliar, you can head over to my website and just search lean or search mean or search lean and mean or search mean and lean, whatever your flavor of the day is, right? So basically, what the lean and mean diet is we're focusing on lean protein sources, mostly lean protein. We're not trying to create rules here, right? We're trying to create really strong guidelines. So leaner proteins, basically not high fat beef. We're not against high fat beef, but this is teaching people to more eat for food volume, and a little bit less fat and a little bit more protein, and food volume just tends to be a little bit better for satiety. So you have your lean proteins, and then you're filling in the gaps with a lot of lower glycemic, not calorie dense plant-based foods. So basically it's not low carb, it's lower carb, because you're not doing the things you're weeding out are higher, a lot of higher fat foods and a lot of higher carb foods. Not that any of those are evil inherently, they're not. But by doing so, you're able to eat more food volume. You're able to eat a greater volume of food. And this translates over to you can eat fewer calories and feel more satisfied. Now, one of the hidden things, and this is something Faz and I have been talking about, and I'm starting to believe, excuse me, more and more, is that the closer your protein intake gets to 40% of your calories, the easier it is to feel satisfied on a diet, for a number of reasons. Number one, you're getting in a lot of nutrients and a lot of good solid protein foods. But number two, if your protein's high, that probably means that you're not eating a lot of junk, because if you eat a lot of junk, it's going to lower that protein percentage because you're eating a lot of crap like French fries and fat cokes and whatever. So a lot of synergy there, a lot of nutrient density. It's something aimed more at satiety. We're also trying to eat less during the day and save more at night. Most people snack too much during the day. So you have that factor as well. We're training people to snack less during the day, and to spend the last 5 hours of their day, not in struggle zone. You can relax, work is over, so on and so forth. All right, Doc, let me get a drink. Purple. Thank God it's Friday. Can you tell us how the group coaching on Massive University will work in terms of programming form checks? Yep, absolutely. So there'll be two options. You can sign up for a yearly, and this is up to you. You can sign up for monthly. You can sign up for yearly. Okay? Whatever you want. I'm not going to pressure anybody. You do you, right? You do you. You do what makes sense. If you don't trust me as a coach, don't sign up for the year. So there'll obviously be a price break for somebody that signs up for a year. If you sign up for a year, you get a phone consult. Okay, you get a 30-minute consult, just like I onboard my normal clients. If you don't sign up for a year, don't panic. You're not just going to get cookie cutter crap. You would fill out a form instead of instead of a phone consult. So I'll get all your information, right? And we will get you, you'll get a custom workout. So you'll get a starting workout, and that's just phase one. If you need workout adjustments or future workouts or whatever, that's all going to be part of the process. But for someone that doesn't get a phone consult, we're going to base a custom workout based on what you tell me you like, what exercises you like, what your gym is. There's no cookie cutter stuff. So we are also going to, while I can't force anybody to count calories, I'm going to try to dial in everybody and give them a nutrition plan, like a nutrition plan of attack. What are your goals? When do you want to lose weight? How much fat do you want to lose? How much muscle do you want to build? And I will give them a roadmap, moving forward. For example, for the next 3 months, I want you to lose 20, 25 pounds. After that, that's going to bulking and cutting cycles or whatever the case is for the individual. So they're going to get started on a bulking, or they're going to get started on a nutrition plan, and they're going to get started on a workout plan. Now, how does it work in a daily sense? Well, I will also have a spreadsheet available, and this is optional. I'm not going to pressure anybody into using a spreadsheet. You can also do a form check-in, weekly. This is optional. You can get as much out of this as you want. So if you do a form check-in for accountability, I'm going to log your information in a spreadsheet so I can monitor things. So if you come back to me and you say, let's say you're rating your nutrition, and I can see oh, you're having a problem with binge eating, you're drinking too much on the weekends or whatever. This is all self-reported. I'm going to track everything on a spreadsheet and kind of stay up on what you guys are doing as individuals based on what you give. Now, look, coaching, group coaching, or regular coaching, people get out of it what they put into it. Every single day, people sign up for coaching, and probably 10-15% after a month, you can't even get them to send their workouts in or even provide feedback on their lifts. That's not a dig. That's just some people just aren't ready for coaching. So you'll have the spreadsheet available. You'll have a form available if you don't want to do the spreadsheet yourself. And we will monitor things and provide weekly accountability opportunities that way. There will be in the Team Massive area, there is going to be places we're going to do daily check-ins. Now, this is optional. You don't have to come back every day, but you're going to get an email or a notification from my website, which is Team Massive Iron. And it's going to go kind of like this. And I don't have this carved in stone yet, but Monday is going to be Monday motivation. We're going to gather as a group. Now, let me backtrack. We're also going to have live videos. Okay. We're also going to have weekly live videos where you guys can tune in, ask questions. We can gather as a group. It's just a personal live video. So it's like kind of like a Zoom call, but my Team Massive Iron platform has a platform for live videos. So we're going to have a group gathering like this. Okay. And we'll talk about topics. We'll have a different topic discussion. Maybe it's form on the big lifts, and then you guys can ask general questions. Now, there'll be daily check-ins, and this is optional. There will be something like and I don't have these carved in stone, but this is where they sit right now. Motivation Monday. Okay, Motivation Monday it's time to get real. Are you prepared for the week? What are your goals for the week? Do you have a meal plan in place? Are you struggling? We're going to all gather as a group on Monday, and again, this is optional, but you have questions, you need help. This week I got this challenge. I have to work 12 hours on Thursday. What do you think? We can kind of gather with things, and you can also ask me questions or ask other people in the group questions. So we're going to gather daily. Tuesday is going to be Dinner Table Tuesday. We're going to be talking meal planning, recipes. We'll have topical stuff related to food and nutrition. And we'll talk about bulking and cutting and recipes and macros and all that kind of stuff. Wednesday is going to be Workout Wednesday, where everybody can gather, workout questions, workout adjustments. Thursday is going to be Topic Thursday. Well, each week we'll have a different topic we're going to discuss. Like, it could be, do you need the big lifts? What if you don't want to train the big lifts? Or the next week could be, how to get in more food volume. Friday is going to be Flex Friday, where we're going to flex. We're going to gather at the end of the week. You're going to share a success. You're going to share a win. What did I do this week that was right? What did I do this week that was on? Share a PR video, share a win, share a victory, share a struggle, and how you fought it. Saturday is going to be kind of a regroup Saturday, where the week's done. We can gather on Saturday. What did we mess up this week? What do we need to improve for next week? So you get all these connection points during the week, and you will also always have access to me. Ask Big Hairy Ugly Dude. You can DM me. You can ask me questions every single day. We're going to have form checks. You can come for form checks when you want. And we might have specific days like Topic Thursday, like, okay, let's do form checks on dumbbell curls, right? So you're going to have all that stuff available. And those of you that want to use it are going to get a lot out of it, right? You can get your form checks, you can get your feedback, you can get your program adjustments. Plus, there's some other exciting things, okay? With group coaching, there's a lot of different layers to this. A lot of different layers. You guys are going to have access to articles, self-education. You're going to have access to workouts. You're going to have access to courses. So I'm not only going to help you, but I'm going to equip you in the future. Now, one other cool thing, and we'll move on, about the group coaching is every 2 weeks, we're going to start a new workout. Now, hear me out. We're not program jumping. We're not program hopping. But every 2 weeks, we're going to start a new workout cycle for anybody that wants to hop on board. So let's say it's February 15th. Okay. We're going to start a back specialization cycle for 3 months. That's not the only thing we're doing. We have all these different workouts going at the same time. If you want to hop in, if you don't want to do your custom workout, if you want to hop in, okay, on March 1st, we're going to start lube, lower, upper, back, upper. On March 15th, we're going to start a full body. You don't have to jump to these. You're not encouraged to program hop, but every 2 weeks, if let's say your 3-week cycle is done with your workout and you want to try the power muscle burn, when it's coming up in the future. I'm going to have all this scheduled for the full year. Like every 2 weeks, anybody that wants to start one of these workouts, we can prep, we can prepare, right? This is what's coming up. This is, we can talk programming, we can be prepared. So that's a really exciting thing. We're going to have 26 different cycles throughout the year where we're always starting a new cycle every 2 weeks. And let's say, for example, on January 1st, you start an upper lower, okay? And you see that on April 1st, that there's a full body or a lube or a power muscle burn or body part split cycle starting. On that specific date that a new cycle is starting, and you can prepare your next cycle, your next phase of training, and you can get your workout in check. I can help you. We can help each other. So there's always going to be something, even if you don't participate in the new workouts, you can learn, right? So does that make sense? Do you have any questions about that? We're not encouraging program hopping. We are 100% against that. But every 2 weeks, there's going to be a new workout. It could be an arm specialization program. It could be a full body. It could be an HLM full body. It could be a lower posterior. It could be a push-pull legs. It could be one of my classic workouts, those density and strength. So there's always going to be an opportunity for you to hop on a new workout in the group coaching. So a lot of stuff in addition to how Team Massive works right now. All right, Christos, by the way, lean and mean really effing works. I'm down 6 pounds in 4 days. Yeah, but, that's great, man. You're crushing it, but don't think it's like all water weight, That's bad inflammation That's bad inflammation, number one. That's inflammation you don't want in your body. So your body's like, when you eat a lot of crap, when you eat a lot of toxins, when you eat a lot of junk, when you drink a lot of alcohol, when you mildly abuse your body it just stores all this water. It's in this, almost this inflammatory, I hesitate to say hyper-inflammatory state, right? So but it's not all water. It's fat. It's you're really slicing your calories down. You're really kicking the fat burning into high gear, and you're going to lose weight quickly. The 20 days that I rocked it straight, man, I lost like 20 pounds. And that's not all water weight, man. That's not all. That's fat disappearing after that initial little water weight push. Rico, Massive Iron app is great so far. I love all the content. Thanks. And there's a world more coming. I want to completely overwhelm you guys. Josh sent question on the Instagram. Hold on 1 second, folks. I'm going to see if I can find Josh's question on the gram. Hold on 1 second, folks. I can't find it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it here. Hold on a minute. Oh, it says they suspended my account. What the heck? Why does my account just got suspended on Instagram? I don't know what the heck happened with there. What I did. It just said I got my account suspended on Instagram. I'm like, for what? For live chat on leg day, I feel like my heart's going to explode. I'm going to puke and pass out. I got fatigued the whole next day. Back day doesn't feel that hard. Here's the question. Why the hell do I have double the zone minutes on back day? Some of it can do, Josh, like Josh was talking about zone minutes and why your heart rate is elevated. A lot of it has to do just with holding weight off the ground, the heavier weight, like holding weight off the ground or working with greater weight is going to just, elevate your heart rate. So, that's one of the biggest reasons. Tank, and I'm sitting here and I pull up Josh's thing and it says my account was suspended on Instagram, and it said, do you disagree with this? And I'm like, yeah, I disagree with this. What the heck did I do? I just posted like minutes before with, about coaching. So I have no idea why I would get suspended. I didn't get any notice, but I disagreed with the decision, and it reinstated my account. But I literally have no idea why social media is so crazy, right? I try to keep my social media clean, and I go over there and it says your social media, you're like your Instagram account has been suspended. I'm like, for what? What did I do? I'm just trying to see here if I got a notification. It looks like your account was disabled by mistake. Your account has been reactivated. Holy shit. I can't even believe that. It says, it looks like your account was disabled by mistake. This is a minute ago. We're sorry for any inconvenience. Those sounds like, that's literally the email I got. I'm hitting a panic. Like Josh sent me a question. Like I sent you a question on Instagram. I go over to Instagram and I'm like, I was suspended. Like, for what? What did I get suspended for, man? I mean, I literally just try to keep things about lifting and not do anything controversial. And good grief. Anyway, gave me a Friday scare. I'm going to have to go change my Depends. Tankmaster 160. Josh, be obsessed with iron. Josh, Megaroids Josh says, I sent a question on Instagram. Sorry, Josh, I got a little bit flustered, but your question is, why is your zone up? Like deadlifts are just going to raise your heart rate. When you're holding more weight off the ground and you're not kind of laying on your back or whatever. I don't know. I just find that to be the case with back and things like deadlifts and squats. Tankmaster says, Josh, just be obsessed with iron. and said, Tank, it's one of the 3 channels worth watching. Tank says, Greg beats everything, bro. No, Greg doesn't beat everything, bro. I beat everything. My mom says so. Josh Benware says so. Seriously. I'm not into spitting matches, so you guys watch what you want. All I want to do on this channel is educate you guys. All I want to do on this channel is help you guys. That's it. You guys can watch whoever the heck you want. You know, there are channels I watch on Instagram for recreation. There are channels I watch for lulls and all kinds of stuff. But I will tell you, Tank Master, Greg does not beat everything. I do, because my mom agrees, right? So seriously. Invisible, happy Friday, Invisible. Thanks for joining in. What's your opinion on training both back and upper and lower? I don't like that. I literally don't. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not saying you can't do it effectively. I personally don't like it. And here's why. Because if you look at weekly sets for shoulders and chest and back, and then even if you're squeezing them in on 2 sessions, you got a lot of work to do on those upper sessions. And then I don't like to do 2 strict lower body sessions, because you end up doing like 20 to 24 sets for legs, and you end up trying to squeeze in 36-ish sets for upper body on 2 days. And that's a lot of work. So the best way for that to work is like back, chest, shoulders, and then have your leg day, legs and arms. But, you know, I'm not a big fan of that. I have the upper posterior. I don't like 2 hardcore leg days a week, because the problem is, like, it's not that you can't do 2 leg days, but like you end up fleshing out and doing more work on leg days because you have 2 leg days. You could add in traps, you could add in calves, you could add in abs, you could have in, all kinds of extra work and keep your weekly leg work reasonable. But then your upper days are just going to be ram, jammed, slammed with all kinds of stuff. So it's just not my favorite training split. It's like the upper lower is, like, it's very logical. Let's put upper on one day, let's put lower on the other. That sounds great, yeah, on paper when we toss it out into the world. But in practical application, when you're programming, it's kind of like not very easy to program unless you want to do like 20 to 24 sets of legs and then cram everything in upper sessions. And then where do you put your arm work? So that's why I developed the upper posterior. I also have the torso limbs. I also have the torso limbs is basically back, shoulders, chest, and then arms and legs. Scotty MC, hey, big fella, are upright rows dangerous? No. It's one of those things that one guy said one time, and it got drunk. The Kool-Aid got passed around, and I've never seen an upright row injury in all my years. Just like Athlete X. I'm just not bashing on Athlete X, but I'm going to use it as a reference, saying that like dumbbell rows cause hernias. What? Never seen that, man. I coach for a living. I'm under the hood with people. People get elbow tendonitis. People get hip injuries and knee injuries and lower back injuries. People aren't getting hernias from dumbbell rows. People aren't getting in major injuries from upright rows. If anything, if they have an existing shoulder injury from beating their body up, then maybe a specific movement, but it's not, it's not upright rows specifically that, might bother the shoulder. So it's all horse shit. Okay. It's way overblown. It's like, it's more dangerous eating French fries and a fat Coke every week than it is doing upright rows. Let's get real here, folks. And you know what? There's other coaches that agree with me. Just do your research if you want both sides of the argument. Don't ever just take my word for it. I'm not trying to indoctrinate you into the cult of massive iron, but do your research and you'll find the same thing I found. Invisible, doing deads and rows on lower body days and pull-ups on upper body days feels natural. That's fine. The only thing you don't want is to have lat and upper back fatigue or lower back fatigue when you head into deadlifts. So you want at least a rest day before deads. If you have lat fatigue, and this is something you don't hear talked about a lot, but something I've learned and experienced is that if you have lat fatigue going into deadlifts, they can feel heavier. So sometimes, lifters say deads felt heavy today. You could have some lingering lower back fatigue. You could have some lingering lat fatigue. You could have some lingering trap fatigue. So we want to make sure, one of my favorite things as far as programming is to make sure you have a rest day before deadlifts. Happy Freitag, Team Massive. Thank you. Champ in the making. You still smoke cigars. My wife and I were just talking about this yesterday. That I bought some amazing cigars in Scotland. I haven't had a cigar in 2.5 years. I love cigars. But I'm just thinking, like, I haven't had time to smoke a cigar. I've been ram jamming on client work. Man. What we are looking at doing this spring is buying a house. This is, yes, we own this property, but this is a downtown property, like in a downtown area. So my wife works down below in her shop. Right above is where we live. It's an apartment, but it's we own the property. I hesitate to call it an apartment. We're not renting, but we're looking at keeping this property and buying a real house. And I'm looking at putting in like what do you call it, a steel pole barn or whatever for a gym. And man, it'd be nice. Like, I can't go out here. There's no place for me just to go and smoke a cigar. I can't smoke in here. My wife would really get annoyed. So yeah, I still enjoy them, but man, they've been kind of on the back burners. Reno, thoughts on TRT for 50 plus lifters? I was thinking about this the other day. How we used to be like cheetah, everybody a cheetah, right? Hormone. I think if you have things in place, your nutrition, your stress, your sleep, and your hormones are a little bit low, go for it. I mean, you're not competing in bodybuilding, you're not competing in powerlifting necessarily, even if you are, could just compete in the right federations. But if you want a little bit of an edge as you age, shit, man, you earned it, right? There's no downside when it's administered properly through a doctor. And all the voices on the internet, like cheater and roids and mega roids and all that kind of stuff, just flush that out. Do what's best for you. Do what's best for your health. Is a little bit probably going to give you a little bit of a spike, probably. But if you're training hard and your diet's okay in general, who cares? Mel Will, tune in from PA. John Paul, any program recommendations for novice females? Well, I approach everybody pretty much the same thing. I'm more and more moving, John Paul, to not away from barbells for novices, but I focus on dumbbells and machines, and then in the periphery, working on our barbell movements to get them up to speed. When they're up to speed, just kind of balancing things in. So I don't have anything specific, for a female lifter, but get them into the gym, get them on some dumbbells, get them on some machines. Find if there's any barbell movements they're interested in. Don't pressure, like lifting doesn't have to be like, you must do barbell or you are inferior piece of crap, right? That's kind of how we are in a lifting community, right? We like, there's no enjoyment allowed, right? We just got to take everybody, stuff them in the tube, make them do all the barbell exercises. And if you're not getting optimal gains, bro, right? I mean, we need to relax a little bit. It's just fitness. Give some people some time and some space to ease into things, to learn, to see what they like, to build some neuromuscular adaptation, to build some stability and muscular coordination before we try to turn them into superheroes. Something I see a lot is like, my son, my daughter, my wife wants to lift. What can I get them up to speed? Like, let's get the mega program. Like, dude, just relax. Just spend time with them, have fun, go in the gym, show them some things. Don't put them on a program right away. If after 3 or 4 weeks they really show an interest, then we give them structure. But my best advice is just go play, go have fun, explore some of the different lifts, see what they think. There's going to be nervous, uncomfortable. It's a new thing. Don't pressure them with a program. Let them give them a month. Let them play around. Let them kind of explore. Embers of light. I almost read that as ember o' flight. Stick calories at maintenance and get into a deficit through training cardio. Stick calorie. Okay, I'm trying to read this so I understand it correctly. Stick calories at maintenance and get into a deficit through. No, it's you're thinking about things all wrong. Like, don't think you can create don't. Your calories are only your maintenance calories if the scale is moving. Okay, so don't overcomplicate this. What you need to do is set a calorie target and then monitor the scale like every other day for a while. And we don't worry about how many calories are burned during cardio or training. Movement's always going to be there in our life. So what we want to do is just look at our calories and the scale. Is the scale moving down? Okay, then our calories are good. But you can't lose weight at maintenance. Okay. And I get what you're trying to do here. But like, if I put my calories at maintenance and I'm losing weight, your calories aren't at maintenance. Maintenance would be not losing weight. So just logistically, that's just set that out there so people can understand. You're doing what everybody else is doing. You're trying to lose weight. So you have to set a calorie target. Don't label it maintenance because it's not. You're in a deficit because you're losing weight, if that makes sense. All right. Just a quick shout out to my new salted caramel protein. Thank you. For those of you guys unaware, I don't think I have one out here. I took one before Betty by last night. I have a new protein powder, and I'm not looking at making a fortune off this stuff. I'm not even looking at making a profit off this stuff. I make a couple bucks on each jug, really. I'm doing it for myself and for people that, let me see if I can share this. Where are we? I don't know. Is this it? Yeah, that's it. So, got my little pop-ups. So if you're over on the website, my website, Super Living Today, which is right above here, and you go to sup, you have the whey protein, salty caramel, and chocolate, and you have creatine. And I use the salty caramel, and it's just awesome. It really is. Like, I'm not just blowing smoke up your guys' ass. When I got it, I was really happy with it. I don't overly promote this stuff because I'm not trying to be in the supplement industry. I have a good fulfillment company that provides good products. And man, it took me 5 years to find something like this that I'm comfortable with. So I like it. I use it. It's something I use personally. If you want to support me and put $5 in my pocket rather than, 20 or 25 in the pocket of, the supplement industry, and I'm not framing that in a negative way, like evil supplement industry. Check this out because these are legit products and they are good. The whey has 110 calories per serving, 22 grams of protein. It tastes creamy in water. It's really good. I mean, not even, not trying to blow smoke up your butthole, but you also have the creatine as well. So just check that out. It's over on my website under the subs tab. And yeah, so that's it. All right, where we at? Again, I'm not trying to build a supplement empire. Honestly, you like it, buy it. You don't like it, don't buy it. just a couple extra bucks and giving you guys an option that isn't supporting the cheats and shills and all the crap in this industry. Aberrant, what's best advice you wish you had starting out? I had some really good advice starting out. I was lucky to have a really good mentor. And I think it was fortuitous that I was in college and able to eat as much as I wanted to because I naturally was bulking without bulking. Does that make sense? I wasn't trying to bulk. I was just eating more and gaining weight. So everything kind of, just fell into place. But is there anything I wish I had starting out? I mean, there are things that would have helped me. I was lucky enough to have a pretty natural affinity for squats. I would probably wish somebody would have told me to deadlift because I didn't deadlift until 21 years in, really. And I wish somebody would have told me to stay with pull-ups. I did pull-ups for a long time, but after like 4 or 5 years, I just kind of got bored with them. Because I don't know, I just didn't care for pull-ups. It wasn't that I was doing bad at them. I mean, I recall doing like 3 sets of 10 with 45 back in the day, so I wasn't awful at them. I wasn't a superstar. All right, Aberrant, are you a podcast listener? What's on rotation? I listen to some podcasts. I listen to a lot of YouTube channels. Bedros is something I listen to. Let me see if I can pull up my YouTube. Bedros Keuilian, I believe, is his name, and he's kind of a business and general motivation guy. What do I listen to when I'm just kind of running or playing around? I listen to The Critical Drinker on YouTube, not a podcast, but I like his movie reviews. Russell Brand. I like Russell Brand. I'm not a political guy, but Russell Brand is kind of this, guy that just digs into the truth. And, I like Russell Brand. I respect guys that, aren't tethered to a specific, political persuasion more than they are just the truth. I'm not anti-politics. So I listen to a lot of those guys on YouTube. And when I'm doing like podcasts and stuff, a lot of times what I'll do is when I'm out running, I will say there's a topic. Say I'm listening to a video by Jeffrey Verdi Schofield or Alpha Destiny, and there's a topic. Like, let's say it's upright rows or upright rows dangerous. I don't listen to a podcast as much as maybe I'll research videos on that and listen to it while I'm running. So I get like this whole big perspective, 5 or 10 videos on a topic. Big Bill, happy Friday, and big hairy ugly dude, massive crew on a bulk. How long do you allow weight to stagnate before adding calories? You hit a week where your weight's not gaining and your calories are pretty consistent, and then I would probably bump them 150 because a week's long enough to have some ups and downs. But if it's kind of the same after a week, we're dealing with micro adjustments, but there's no harm in bumping it 150 because what's the worst thing that's going to happen? You have a little bit of a weight spike. It's not going to be aggressive. It's not going to cause you to gain 5 pounds. So after about a week, I would bump it like 150 and just see what's going on. MG254, how often do you shave your head? I don't shave it, I buzz it. You can see it, it's coming back a little fuzz. I try to like every 4 to 5 days. Some days I wake up and I look in the mirror and it's like, I'm like, oh, there was 2 weeks, so that happens. My hair tends to grow pretty quickly. So this was actually 2 days ago. But it seems like it goes from this after 2 days to like 5 days. It's like this, like I got a mohawk already. Richard, have a great weekend. Thank you, Richard. And since Richard mentioned Team Massive, a lot of guys on Team Massive, go over here and clicky on that, and clicky on the Team Massive link. If you join before 2023, you get it for the rest of your life for that one price. And right now, you can come on there. You can do form questions. You can ask me questions. And then we got questions of the day. We got all kinds of stuff going on there. Team challenges. We're doing a push-up challenge this month. So if you want to get in with us for October, you can hop on now. Nicholas, would you consider 1 to 5 low reps, 5 to 10 medium reps, and 10 to 15? I mean, if you want to label them, yeah. I would consider 1 to 5 low. Usually for hypertrophy, I don't generally program below 6, but 5 is okay. So I would generate, I don't know, 1 to 4 I would consider low, 5 to 10, maybe even 5 to 12, more standard hypertrophy ranges, and 12 and above a little bit higher. I must lower the weight in the high rep zone. It's not a case of lowering the weight. You should be pushing in that for those types of lifts. You should be pushing at least one set of every exercise for maximum safe reps. So if you're doing that, the weight's going to take care of itself. Christos, this massive university thing sounds amazing. I'm going to do everything I can to make it sound amazing. To make it amazing. Some people have asked if I'm going to get away from one-on-one coaching. No. What I am going to do is what I want to do is coach more people. And group coaching is going to allow me to coach more people. The beautiful thing is like group coaching is going to be cheaper, okay, than my regular coaching. My regular coaching is only $80 a month, which is pretty darn cheap in the coaching world. And I can do that because I do this for a living. Like I sit down every day and I have a spreadsheet and I go through and make sure I'm hitting everybody at least once a day. And sometimes I wish I could do more for everybody. Because even though other coaches are only doing daily check-ins, I'm trying to do or weekly check-ins. I'm trying to do daily check-ins. So what I'm basically trying to do is, with group coaching, we'll be able to take on a lot more people. And I do all the coaching myself. I'm not one of these coaches that has a coaching staff. You're going to be working with me directly. But some of my clients heard this stuff and they thought I was going to be dumping one-on-one. I'm not dumping one-on-one. Not at all. I'm basically just going to be in 2023 when the group coaching comes out. Basically, as group coaching grows, I'm going to organically let my one-on-one coaching shrink a little bit. So I'd like to get 200, 300, 400 people in group coaching, which sounds like a lot, but if I only have 20 to 30 people on one-on-ones, it frees up a lot of my time during the day to do group coaching. And, then I can do that more a la carte, help the people that want to be helped. The problem here, I'm going to be real with you guys for a moment. This is not negative. Okay. This is not negative. And I have so many wonderful clients and so many wonderful people I've worked with. But any coach in any sport, in anything, a teacher, coach, whatever, you're going to have 10 to 15% of your students who just aren't into it, right? Who might make an impulse purchase. They decide they want coaching, and then 2 days in, they're like, oh, this daily accountability stuff sucks. So that's just a reality. I'm not being negative at all. But those types of people that sign up for coaching and don't want it, you end up spending almost more time on them because they're not doing this. I got to check in. How's your weight? Remember to check in your weight. Remember to send your workout reports. The 10 to 15, there's the passion's not there. They don't give you any workout feedback. You have to chase them down for weight. You have to chase, they never submit form videos. Then they'll disappear for 5 to 7 days. And, that's anybody, teacher, coach, whatever. You're going to have 10 to 15% of people that you have to babysit. Employer, you're going to have employees like that. So the group coaching will basically, move more of the more people into the group coaching environment. And if somebody doesn't want help, or they find that coaching isn't for them, then they can just cancel the subscription. And in a group coaching environment, I won't have to chase them. Does that make sense? But it'll allow those of you in group coaching that want help to get a quality level of help, form checks and questions and new workout opportunities. And we're going to be in a team environment, which is more exciting than one-on-one. We can share recipes and experiences, and on Friday we can flex and share our victories from the week, and then we can regroup on Monday and refocus. I think it's just going to be a really, really good thing. Add big hairy ugly dude. You've been working your 5x5 power building program. Have noticed right, left, and balance. That's normal. Does it make sense to sub split squats? Nah. Like if you have an imbalance, you're generally not going to fix it by removing an exercise where you notice the imbalance. Generally not the case. And split squats, while they are a decent exercise, they're not going to be potent enough to fix some imbalance. I would need to know more about the imbalance. If one of your legs feels, how much is it compromising form? Is it to the point where it's going to get you hurt? Then yeah, we should stop doing squats. I would love to look at your squat form. Consider joining Team Massive, or just send me a video of your squat form on slide into my DM on Instagram. And those are problems that are best solved by really giving it the attention it deserves. I could give you some random one-off answer like do this, but it wouldn't be fair to you. Paul, all right, guys, we're about a minute in. Keep the questions coming. We got a lot in the queue, so we're going to roll on today. And we're probably going to hit at least an hour and a half. So thank you guys for making this a really good live. Post your questions up now, and we'll keep rolling. And I got to get to who won. I'll do that after Paul X. If it won't disrupt the live too much, I sent you a DM on the coaching app. Yep, absolutely. And Paul, I know exactly who you are. So no, I don't mind it at all. I'll be working on my client stuff. I'll be back working on my client stuff immediately when I'm done with this. So let's see who won today, shall we? Who won the shirt and the hoodie? Who won? Visible had a good question. Let's see. Can you tell me? Let's see. I'm going to go with Doc because it got me a chance to really get into things. So, Doc, let me know what you want. A T-shirt, hoodie, book, cookbook, whey protein, whatever. I'll hook you up. All right, where we at? Brendan, thoughts on chest, arms, back, shoulders, legs, and rest and repeat. Chest and arms, no. Don't like it at all, because you're on chest day, you're working your triceps and front delts and side delts to a degree, and then the next day you're working your shoulders. So your shoulders are going to be compromised. Don't like that at all. Arms before back. Your biceps are going to be fatigued going into your back work. Don't like that at all. Your triceps are going to be fatigued going into shoulder day. Don't like that at all. Don't like that. Don't like that split. I wouldn't advocate it. I would not. Bob V. Is there any issue from using only machines? Turning around rotator cuff. The only thing I'll say, Bob, is you need to do what you can do. Not avoid something you could do, but you're afraid of. So you do what you can. You always focus on what you can do. Okay? You always focus on what you can do. But, can you do dumbbell bench? I don't like dumbbell flies, especially if you have a rotator cuff injury. Can you do dumbbell bench? If not, then yeah, you're do what you can do. But, if you're not limited from doing exercise, I would definitely do it. Righteous, tips on designing a bro split for beginners. Basically, You're going to take that same weekly volume you had in whatever other workout you're doing, and you're going to take that workout and you're going to pull those pieces apart and you're going to put them in like a Word doc. So you're going to take out what's all the back work I did last week in my upper lower full body. Okay, I did deads, I did barbell rows, I did dumbbell rows, I did seated cable rows, I did lat pull downs or pull ups. Then you're going to put them all into one day and create a general structure. And you're going to create that structure based on the hardest, most intense a lift to start out, which is going to be the dumbbell rows. You're going to go from hard to easier, because as you pick up fatigue, you don't want to stress your lower back or your joints or whatever. So from there, you create a structure and then you kind of fill in the gaps. I like to do back and biceps, chest and triceps. Chest and triceps, back and biceps, rest, shoulders and traps, and then legs. So you kind of want to keep the weekly volume the same, shuffle everything over in that manner, and then probably have me take a look at it. Our Hunter, wear how much arms on upper posterior? Upper posterior, you can put biceps on posterior. You can put arms on upper. So if you put arms on upper, you just need a rest day after uppers before you do posterior, because you don't want your biceps fatigued before going into posterior. All right, let me get a drink, guys. Let me get a drink here. Should I be concerned if I'm doing an exercise for one muscle? No, don't. This is a common thing. Like, there's no exercise that's really a pure isolation. There's more of a spectrum. But don't worry if you're doing an exercise and you feel it elsewhere. That doesn't mean it's not being effective. Get everything, get a good exercise selection, get them stronger. When I do cable tricep extensions, I usually get an ab cramp, if you can believe that. So just understand the nature of exercise. There's going to be some carryover. Nothing's a true isolation. Don't panic. Just get strong at that exercise. Big Bill. In the templates I'm playing with, I've been limiting the barbell lifts 2 sets just to learn. That's fine. And let the rest of the program build. That's not a bad idea at all. JK, hello from Greece. When you intermittent fast, should you aim to eat close to training time? I did straight intermittent fasting or variations of intermittent fasting for a very, very long time. And a lot of it when I was at my strongest. There was times, where I would start to have and it's not strict intermittent fasting, so I don't want to upset any of the sycophants or cult members that say you have to do strict fasting. But I would do a variation of fasting where I would do a couple of shakes of whey during the day just to get in my protein. And I didn't find I needed to eat before training. If you want to, like an hour and a half, have a little bit of simple carbs, or 2 hours before, have a few complex carbs, that's fine. Do whatever works best for you. The key is just to try to keep that bigger window closed so you can have more calories the rest of the day, if that makes sense. Brandon, as you age, do you think you will do more cardio and less strength training? I already did a lot of cardio. I mean, me personally, man, I just crushed running the last 3 or 4 years, and I think I'm going to do more strength training. I love ultra running, and if I was retired, I'd probably do both full. But right now my priority is this: my legacy, my lifting. This is everything to me. This right here, training people, equipping people, talking about lifting, writing about lifting. So, if I won a lottery and had more free time, I'd probably Still do a lot of this. I would do a lot of this, but I'd probably make time to do ultra and strength to the full capacity. Neo, how's it going, Neo? Brandon, no longer on Spotify. I am. I just haven't had time to update any of the podcasts, but they're still on there. MG254. Should I be disqualified if I use a slingshot? No. The push-up challenge, we have a push-up challenge coming up on Team Massive, and it's not a competition against each other. Okay? These are personal challenges for fun. And use a slingshot. I'm going to use a slingshot. Absolutely. Do whatever you want to do. There's no rules other than to have fun and see what you're made of. Scotty MC, my deadlift is weak, almost same as bench. I do have knee issues. Would wraps help? I don't know that wraps would help, Scotty. You could try them. I mean, I hate to give out blanket advice, but generally wraps, getting your back strength up, getting your trap strength up, getting your quad strength up, that's going to help. If you want to send me a form video on deadlifts as well, I wouldn't mind taking a peek. R. Hunter, how long to run the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 20? I think after about 3 months on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can reassess how progress is going. And if you're still getting good progress and you want to keep running it, go ahead. If you're getting kind of fatigued of the protocol, I would probably move to something else. People tend to get more excited about the 20 plus bench day. So I would say run that as long as you like, man. Run that into the ground. You could do like concurrent periodization on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 day where you're doing 3s 1 week, 6s the next with different weights, and then keep the 20 as a secondary day. Paul, we hold each other at Team Massive accountable. Yes, we do. And we've got a good group of guys, and Paul is one of the main guys over there. Adi, love you to the moon and back, unfortunately. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's what my mom would say. I love you to the moon and back, but unfortunately, you're my son. Mr. Guy, how would you encourage someone who knows they need to work out, but also loses interest quickly? Look, I get it. I do. And there's some factors at play here. Number one, there are certain things we need to do in life to take care of ourselves. You need to brush your teeth. You need to floss your teeth. You need to wipe your ass. You need to pay your taxes. And you need to be a productive member of society, right? And in all those, I don't feel like flossing my nasty teeth every night. I don't even want to go to bed at 9:30 or 10 o'clock every night. I don't. I'd rather stay up, watch the ball games, have a few beers, stay up too late watching a stupid ball game that's not even worth it. Eating pizza, eating wings. I lose interest. We all lose interest. I lose interest. You lose interest. But it's something I've talked about a lot recently. That voice in your head that is telling you, I don't want to do it. Don't do it. Relax. Take it easy. That voice will steal everything good from you in your life. It's a liar. It's a deceiver. And I'm not going all religious on you guys. But that voice is a liar and it's a deceiver. And if you listen to that voice, take it easy. Just take a rest day. I don't like doing this. You know what? Every good thing in my life that I have achieved or experienced has come from fighting back against that voice. You have to go over to the mirror and say, I do not give a shit if I don't want to do anything. I'm going to go do it because it's the best for me. Now, when it comes to exercise, let's analyze why you lose interest. Are you forcing yourself to do programs you don't like? Maybe you don't like full body, but you're forcing yourself to do full body. Maybe you don't like upper lower. Maybe you don't like squats and deadlifts, but you're forcing yourself to do it because the cult of barbell tells you you're the devil if you don't. Right? What's zapping your passion? Find forms of movement. Find workouts you're passionate about. That's the key. Go play, go have fun. People ask me all the time, like especially when I got into ultra running, why are you doing that, man? You're going to lose all your gains, right? I just woke up my dog. You want to come here, buddy? No. You want to come here? I did because I like to do it. There's no other reason. There's no other explanation. So I would say go find things you like to do and relax. Don't put pressure on yourself. You got to move though. I mean, you got to move. If you don't move, if you want to sit on that couch eating Cheetos, drinking beer, and watching games, go ahead. Life is tough. You can do whatever you want. Just be willing to man up and accept the consequences. You're going to get overweight. You're going to feel like shit. It's going to be hard to wipe your ass. You're going to wake up in the morning feeling like death. And you're probably going to die young. And if that's the way you want to go out, then go out balls deep. Go out 150% and go all in. Superset rules. Any drawbacks? The only thing I like when it comes to superset is supersetting similar muscle groups and doing a harder and then an easier exercise. Okay. I don't like supersetting, muscle groups like chest and back or legs and or quads and hamstrings, because I feel we're taxing. We're kind of getting in the workout zone where we're trying to burn calories and build up a sweat, and that's not the best for hypertrophy. For hypertrophy, when you do supersets, I'm a firm believer you should do a harder exercise and an easier. And there are cases where there are equal exercises like dips and push-ups. But that's my best advice. There's no real drawback. So for more rest time per set. Yeah, okay, for more rest time per set. You can rest whatever you need in between sets. I'm not sure if I understood your question correctly. Harut, let me see if I'm still blocked on Instagram, Harut. Hold on. Hey, praise Crom. I'm not blocked. Harut says, if diet and training dialed in during a control bulk. Okay, so Harut's in a control bulk. If diet and training are dialed in, in your experience, what do you think a realistic fat weight gain ratio would be? Okay, so the question is, you're crushing your training. Okay, crushing your training. Your nutrition is crushed as well. You're gaining 10 pounds over 3, 4, 5 months. What is going to be the fat gain? Well, some of that's going to depend on how much muscle you have already and how much muscle you have to build. So that's kind of a non-answer, but that's the truth. If you're an intermediate lifter and you can only build 6 pounds of muscle this year, if you do a 10-pound bulk and then a cut and then a 10-pound bulk and then a cut and then a 10-pound bulk and a cut, like 3 of those over the course of a year, you could theoretically gain 30 pounds and only gain 6 pounds of muscle. But, it's the percentage of fat gain is going to be a little bit higher the more advanced you are. So there's no pat answer. But that's one reason why I'm a big proponent of capping bulks at 10 pounds and then doing mini cuts. So what we do in the massive iron world is we gain 10 pounds over 3, 4, 5 months. And then we do a mini cut, lose a 10, then we go back up 10 and then lose 10. And over the course of a year, you're recomping. So we try to remove that variable out of the question, Harut, meaning how much, fat. Training can vary. You can think you're giving it and maybe you're only at 70%. Maybe there's a next level. So what I try to do is remove that variable through proper implementation of the bulk cut structure, if that makes sense. Right, Chess. Thanks. You bet. Blaine. If you're looking into bro splits, try one of my programs, dude. Seriously. Try one of my programs. Max OT is a fine program, but my programs, I'm obsessed with programming. So you guys can try that if you want, but I really encourage you to head over here and try one of my programs. Raphael, I found your 2-plate special chest workout. We'll be giving it a try. Let me know what you think, man. Some of these I created 10, 13, 15 years ago. Good programs, but, it just, what I mean is like, you don't see a lot of people run them because, I got newer stuff out there. So I'm curious what you think. Have you tried training? No. I don't like the word failure because the demands of every exercise is different. So some exercises are easy to train to failure, and some are going to punish you. We in the massive iron world, we don't train to failure. We push a set for as many quality reps as possible, stopping that set when you feel like your form is going to break down or when you're going to fail on the next rep. Failure has no benefit. And no, I don't like that type of programming. I would never do one set to failure or even one set max reps. It bores me. I need more volume. And I don't think it's the most effective. Bulldozer training, you basically have the same reps as you would on straight sets. So say straight sets, you're doing 3x10 on dumbbell bench. If you did that on bulldozer training, you're going to have 12, 7, 6, 4, whatever. You're going to basically have the same number of reps as you would on straight sets, but they're going to be a higher quality of reps. Paul, high intensity on bench is causing pain in my shoulder blade. You mean heavy weight, I would assume by intensity. If not, I would advocate using a bench press slingshot and probably higher volume, lighter weight. So something like the 5, 10, 10, 20, something like a 5x10 or 4x10, something like that. All right, guys, last call. I got 2 questions in the queue, and I'll hop off. Get your questions in now. Get your questions in now. We got 2 more left. MG, I lift not to gain strength or body build. I lift so I can be mobile and healthy. That's good. Just add those plus ones when you can and build up a little bit of strength, and it's just going to help you as you age. Last call for question, guys. Last call. Can you do a video on the things you wish you knew sooner? If you guys have any video examples, I'd like to take a look. But yeah, man, I could probably put together a whole list of things I wish I knew sooner. Root said, going for that crackhead look. Somebody I made a video yesterday where somebody said that, why do crackheads are so jacked? Like, man, I've never seen a jacked crackhead. So I don't know. All right, guys. Oh, we got a couple that just popped in. Giuseppe, good to see you, man. It's been a while. Good stuff as always. Any podcasts in the work? Yeah, one of the things that we're going to be adding, I'm going to be adding on the new website, Team Massive Iron, is members only podcasts. You know, this is going to be for like we're also going to have members only live videos, members only Q&As, member only podcasts. So Giuseppe, I'd check out Team Massive. Brandon Wong, Captain America, Spider-Man. If we're talking pre-multiverse, because I hate the multiverse, man. I just do. I'm not all about the multiverse. I was an early Spider-Man guy, 100%. AD, thanks for the advice. Join Team Massive. Great. I'll check that out. And thank you so much, man. I'm looking forward to getting to know you. All right, guys, we're out of here. You sexy people. I'll be back next Friday. Come back next Friday. Ain't nobody want to work. We don't want to work on Friday. Just come on back. And join us. And sincerely, I appreciate you guys following along. And now we got the hat. Everything's right in the universe.